to one of my videos. So previously I talked about my condition. I have polycystic ovaries. I had my heart broken so many times every time I take the pregnancy test in 2019 just to see a single line showing, not even an evaporation line or the faintest line. So I decided I will take control in 2020. I bought these kits from Lazada like I have mentioned in my previous video. I have an ovulation predictor kit, 30 pieces of this with 10 pieces free of pregnancy kits, 10 pieces. And I also have my basal body thermometer. So I will use the basal body thermometer to track my ovulation and know if I am really ovulating. So my OB once told me that I might be menstruating every month, but it's possible that one of my ovaries may not be releasing any egg. So I have to do charting to know when I'll be ovulating and when to take advantage of my fertile period. Alright, so my last video was recorded last January 13 and it is already January 31. That is 18 days after, and it's also past my 2 weeks wait. Are you familiar with a 2-week wait? So we call that TWW, especially like me with polycystic ovaries. I would be really anxious during my 2-week wait. So what is 2-week wait? So this is the time between your ovulation and your expected period. So if my ovulation expected last January 4, so that's 4 plus 14. So that's around January 5 to January 19. So those are the days between after your ovulation and before you get your menstruation. This is when you're am I pregnant this time? Anxieties emerge. So this is when you will think, oh my, am I going to get that single line again in my pregnancy test? Will I be brokenhearted again? Or will I get my big fat positive this time? So today, January 31, I will share with you my 2-week wait symptoms and of course the results of my monitoring with those kits and my symptoms from 10 days post-ovulation up to the 16 days post-ovulation. Alright, let's get into that. Wait, before anything else, I would like to say that this might be TMI, too much information for others. So like what the title says in this video, this is about my 2-week wait symptoms and the results of my charting. So I hope you will bear with me and continue with the video. Thanks. Alright, so this is the start of my chart. If you remember, I posted my last video January 13. So right after that day, I took the test. So this part here is the luteinizing hormone, so that's our ovulation predictor kit, and the other one is the pregnancy test. So it's just random. I was thinking, all right, let me just check my my ovulation at the same time check my pregnancy test. So that's 10 days after ovulation, and what I feel during that time is I was really sleepy. So that's there is fatigue and sleepiness. It was my uncle's birthday, but I was not able to attend because I am so sleepy. So it took me a 3-hour break from her to sleep then back. So at this point I got a positive LH. So it's very faint. Sorry, it should not be positive because it should be positive. It's very dark. So LH is showing faint lines, and this was taken 5:20 in the morning, and the other one is 2:20 in the afternoon. And you can see my PT I thought I had a faint line, and it's just like a shadow. So what you have here is just water. I was playing with my pets and my dogs, and they spilled water on that. So that's days 10 and 11 DPO. So for 11 DPO, I already have some mild symptoms. I thought really because I normally have tender breasts and nipples before my menstruation. So I was thinking, all right, this is another premenstrual symptoms that I have, and I started to feel an involuntary movement on my left eyelid. So, yep. So let's now go to 12 DPO. Alright, so this is 12 DPO, and that's a Thursday, January 16, 12 days after my ovulation, and my luteinizing hormones, the ovulation predictor kit, still showing a faint line. You can see that it is still showing a faint line, and it's still not considered positive for the ovulation, and I'm expecting I'll not have any line because I've ovulated based on my app January 4. So when I tested again, I was really surprised because I'm seeing a faint line on the pregnancy test column. And that's 12 days after my ovulation, January 16, I already have a faint line. And that's 5:25 in the morning, and I was saying, oh my, I have a faint line, and although it's not that dark, I can see it. I hope you can see it too. So I was thinking, am I pregnant? And then in the afternoon, although it's not advisable to take the pregnancy test in the afternoon, it should be your first urine first thing in the morning. So I take another one, and I'm using a regular pregnancy test, not the strip test kit. I got this from Generica, and it's giving me a faint line. So that's very faint, but you see, you would think that you're really pregnant. So I was thinking, oh my, I think this is just one of those days where I will expect that I am pregnant. So I thought to myself, okay, I'll wait for another day and I'll check again. So my symptoms in my 12 days, 12 days post ovulation, I was very emotional. I was watching a video, and it tears me up. I was really emotional at that time. I was crying watching the video. There are symptoms that I got were mild cold symptoms. It seems that I have a cold, and I've also have mild lower back pain, and there is something dull pain on my left side in the lower abdomen. There was also mild cramping. It was like I'm going to have my menses. So, but my involuntary left eyelid movement or twitches continued, so it feels like something's throbbing here. And also have sore breast. My right breast start to mild throbbing. So it seems, oh my, so I was thinking perhaps I'll really get my menstruation. It's the same symptoms as I normally experience. Then I feel extra warm. So if my work starts 6 in the morning and I feel really warm, I was sweating. Then I have experienced a sudden sharp pain in my jaw. So those are my symptoms in 12 DPO. Back to the chart. So we have 13 days post ovulation, and that's January 17. And you see the LH, or the ovulation kit, shows darker line, and it seems to be because what I learned is that the ovulation kit can also capture other hormones. So it's not my ovulation, it might be other hormones. And then The strip is now giving me really a stronger line, a darker line. So that's 13 days post ovulation. That's January 17, and that's also the time, this Friday, that's also the day where I need to be in my to meet my OB. So I had this schedule to meet my OB. I informed her this is my first OB, so I informed my doc that I need to be checked, that I have this faint line and I am charting and all that. So that's 13 days, and it seems that it's really progressing. It's getting darker and darker, and I was thinking, oh my, I might be really pregnant. So I went to the doc and I took another test, and this is 5:50 in the afternoon. I took another one because when I took the pregnancy test from my OB's kit, it was negative. So I was thinking, oh, what's wrong? And I will have a video sharing with you what happened that day and what made me so sad, what made me decide to look for another OB. And yeah, right now I have a new OB. So you have this 17, this is 13 days post ovulation. That's January 17. So this time I was thinking, oh my, I think I'm really pregnant. And at that time I was thinking I was really pregnant, and it's just hard because my OB thought differently. She thought there might be a problem in the pregnancy test. Their kid might have a problem, and it's just not conclusive. They're telling me I need to go back after a month, which is not that reassuring. So sharing with you my symptoms during that time. So that's 13 days after ovulation. I was feeling extra warm and sweating super early in the morning. Same thing, but more it's more extreme compared to previous days. I have a strange sensation in my lower belly, lower tummy. There is a dull pain or pinching sensation in my lower belly, and when I checked some YouTube videos, I was thinking, oh, there might be implantation, and I did not keep my hopes high because I've been hurt with all my expectations, and um, my OB was my test in my OB did not match my chart. So I was thinking, oh my, I need to do another test. And that's the time when I went to Bacolod the next day, and we got a serum test, I think the beta test, that's what they call it, where they got extract my blood and check my HCG, the HCG content in my blood, and it was I'll add here the video when I got the result. Okay. Hello. It's Sunday and I'm here in Bacolod, and I think it's a blessing in disguise that our OB was not able to confirm that I was really pregnant, because I was given a chance to be with Brian to take a blood test, serum test for pregnancy. So we were able to go to Villanueva clinic, medical clinic, in a Sunday, and I was then extracted with blood. We waited for 2 hours to get the result, and we were able to confirm that it is indeed positive, that I'm pregnant. Yeah. So here is the result. Let me get it for you. Here. It's positive. After I got a positive result from the blood test that I got in Bacolod, I continued to monitor. So this is 14 days after ovulation, and it's still showing darker line. Yep, so this is 2:45 in the morning. I got so excited. This is January 18, 14 days after ovulation, and I checked again 10 in the morning. It still has a faint line, and I think last test that I have, no, second to the last is 16 days post ovulation, 12:35 in the afternoon, and it's really darker. It's darker. And this is the last test that I got, and that's January 25. That's 6 days ago, and it's super dark already. And I already got the this is the day before I met my new OB, and this is before my transvaginal ultrasound, where I saw something in the vagina ultrasound. I'll share that with you in another video. So there you go. I am pregnant. And before we go to some details, we have 14 days post ovulation symptoms. I had mood swings. I was happy at that time, then again irritated. Then there is this particularly heightened sense of smell and hearing. I was irritated because I can hear the noise louder and I can smell, although I'm not feeling the morning sickness yet. I can smell it's very strong compared to my previous of course my experience, and I was irritable. All throughout my experience, I was very sleepy. There's fatigue, I'm sleepy, and I continue to feel that tenderness in my nipples, but it's less painful compared before. And that switching in my eyelid was gone. So that's it. I stopped monitoring my pregnancy test just 6 days ago. I just want to see that it's a darker line, just to make sure that my HCG is surging. And yep. Today, January 31, I am 5 weeks and 4 days pregnant. I can't believe it. It's surreal, and just when you don't expect it to happen, just when I started to accept my situation by taking control, and it came. I was praying so hard that we can conceive, and prayer, and can you call it hard work? And I think just faith. I did not expect that it will happen soon, but I was praying that it will happen within this year or next year. But I was thinking, I will leave it up to you, Lord, that you have wonderful plans for me, and whatever it is, whenever it is, I know your timing is perfect, and I think this is the perfect time. 5 weeks and 4 days, and I'll keep you posted. Hopefully I'm scheduled to visit my OB 1 month from now to check the heartbeat. Thank you so much for joining me in this journey. I'll continue to keep you posted, and hopefully you'll learn something from this video. Thank you so much. I am sending baby dust to everyone who is trying to conceive. See you in the next one. Bye, friends.